Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and today I bring you loot from 10 hours of challenge mode, Chambers of XXzoticx. This will be the first ever time for me, so let's hope for some beginner's luck. But with me, we have a good friend of mine, Dr. Lulu, who has been here for hundreds upon hundreds of hours. So this being said, he's going to be really leading the way today. I'll also be trying out a trio later. We're not going to be soloing this quite yet. This is kind of just our introduction into challenge mode. And hopefully if this video goes good and you guys seem to enjoy it, I will be doing loot from 100 as a follow-up. And considering I did about 20 or so raids in under about a day and a half, I think 100 is very possible. So today's video, I'm just going to show you guys some highlights of this extraordinary grind that I finally tried out. And all I can say is I wish I would have started it sooner. This was the most fun I've had in quite some time. And the best part is that you don't have to scout a raid, which does take quite a lot of time in normal chambers, so that is one benefit to doing challenge mode. But first, some words from our sponsor. So we all know that scouting for a raid can take some time, but you know what takes little to no time at all? Downloading Opera GX. And why wouldn't you? Don't you want to enhance the performance on your PC when gaming with your browser open? And how about getting rid of that lag while playing games and listening to music? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to switch up your browser today. This video is brought to you by Opera GX. This is the perfect browser for when you want to keep a bunch of tabs open to not lose them, but you don't want your browser to hurt your gaming performance. This panel here lets you limit the amount of CPU or RAM that you are willing to let your browser use, so it's all 100% customizable to your liking and to your computer's liking. And just check out the comparison between Opera GX versus Google Chrome, for example. Clearly, Opera GX is the better choice here. And it's not just helpful for less lag and less hassle. Opera GX offers you a lot of customization, which actually can be overwhelming. However, with GX mods, you can now find ways to flip your entire browser 180 with one click and change pretty much anything you want. Here we have the Zombie Apocalypse GX mod. I've shown you guys this before, but it's my personal favorite, and in spirit of Halloween, why not? And check out all of the functions that it comes with. Here we have background music, keyboard sounds, opening and closing tab sounds, and there are so many different mods to choose from. Really, it just comes down to what interests you the most and what works for you. And Opera GX also now has native integration with generative AI, allowing you to reap all of its benefits in a quick and accessible way by hosting of AI-powered tools, AI prompts, and sidebar access to ChatGPT and ChatSonic. Well, what are you waiting for? Update and upgrade your browser today with none other than Opera GX. Click the link in the description below and enjoy all the features that come with it. And a huge thank you to Opera GX for sponsoring today's video. Alright, so one of the rooms that I really do enjoy is Shamans, and when I walk in, all I do is simply use the safe spots that my partner or partners just simply set up, but sometimes it doesn't go well. Yes, deaths were a common theme today and yesterday, but Vepsula was new for me. This was actually a very fun room. I had never done this before, and it's just awesome. You never really die here, you just have redemption on the whole time, and Bofa seems to be pretty good. It'd be also nice to use a twisted bow here, but I just went with a pretty relatable setup for this whole video, and I also got a task done. So yeah, it was awesome to experience this room for the first time. Another really easy room that you can manage every single raid is, of course, the Tightrope. You know, one thing I want to stress, and if you're watching right now and you've never done a challenge mode raid, but you have done normal Chambers of XXzoticx, or even if you haven't tried the normal one, all I can say is I was very intimidated for so many years to even try this because I thought it was just way out of my league, even despite always having very experienced PVMing friends from day one on this game to help me. But what I quickly learned is that this is not challenging at all. I mean, if you compare it to the normal chambers, it's just a little bit harder, but you're not stressed for time. Of course, you know, if the quicker you finish a raid, the more efficient you are, but you're not on a time limit here. It's very laid back, and yeah, just just duoing it and being rusty for not doing any chambers for years, this was not hard for me at all. Of course, I was stressed, and it was annoying to keep making so many mistakes, and of course, my inventory is always a mess. And even intimidating rooms like Vasa, I was just ready to try. I want to keep trying new things and becoming a better PVMer, because the only way it's ever going to happen is if I try. If I never do things such as the Infernal and TOB and TOA and challenge modes, I will never improve as a PVMer, and I think that's long overdue, don't you? So this is a very interesting start, and if you're ready to see some new content such as this, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more, because ladies and gentlemen, the month is just getting started. I have so much more to show you guys. And Vasa was a success. I did try to record every room throughout these last 2 days, but when you're focused in on a raid, and I was also partially on Discord calls, it's very hard to just record constantly. And I figure all of you have probably seen Chambers of XXzoticx by now. It's been in the game a very long time. This is the same exact thing. It's just every room and a little bit more difficult. Here we have the Muttadile, which hits constantly, but for the most part, I enjoy this boss. I did experience my partner have a lot of flops with the Zamorak Godsword special attack, but what can I say? Gator. And either way, it's just one of those bosses that you got to keep your HP high and don't get too close to him. So, and of course, if you have any advice for me in the comment section below, I'm always open to it. If I say something wrong about Chambers challenge mode, make sure to correct me, because again, I'm no expert in this. I'm sitting here at 20 kill count all these years later. But yeah, I wanted to use a pretty average relatable gear setup so that you guys know that you don't have to have full Torva, Scythe, T-Bow, or Shadow to do this. Of course, it makes it easier, but look at my gear. I'm using Virtus and Bandos, and I know some people might think that's expensive too. Don't worry, I feel you. But no, at the end of the day, this is definitely not top tier gear setup, so it can be done. As a matter of fact, a lot of people actually, when they very first start this out, they use tridents, and the worse your gear is, the better you have to be in a way. So it just makes you better in the long run. And honestly, I just want this video to promote challenge mode to those of you such as myself who have never tried it before. Always considering myself an average PVMer. Yes, I have high boss kill counts, but for the most part, I don't really know the strategies every time. I just kind of tend to wing it. I die a lot, I deal with it, and I try to make the best of it. I often compare my PVMing abilities to the movie Dodgeball. In that movie, you had two gyms, Average Joe's and Globo Gym. I think I'm the average Joe of PVMing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to stay that way forever. They got better over time. This team started from nothing, and look at them at the end. They were killers. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to become one. Man, that came out completely the wrong way. Well, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to expert the COX, the TOA, the TOB, the INF. We may start as average, we might even be below average, but we are going to get this down. We're going to get some impressive kills. We're going to get some impressive speed with those kills and some efficiency. Now, as you can see, we did die, but that's okay. We almost got home the first time around, and that's not bad for a first timer. So with that being said, the loot wasn't that rewarding this time, but nevertheless, I will take it. We have Lantadimes and Renar Weeds, so that'll come in handy later. But either way, we're going to go ahead and try again. As you can see, very basic setup. We're going to be using Lunar Spellbook as well with Humidify, filling up these vials, saving time that way. Of course, we love that. And, unfortunately, some deaths do occur in different rooms. Usually, you want to make sure you don't die. You don't want to lose those points. But just because you die in a raid, it does not take away your chances for a drop. Yeah, it might hurt them a little bit, but that's no reason to give in or give up. And I'll be honest with you, after the first 2 hours, I was very stressed out. I was just dying a lot, and my hand hurt from clicking. My eyes hurt from looking at my disgrace of an inventory. But at the end of the day, I knew that this could be potentially the most profitable video that I've done in quite some time. I mean, it sure beats Frost Naguas or Chill Jellies, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we are just going to continue on and hopefully do a successful run here without any deaths. As you can see, a lot of points this raid, guys. 38,000. As you can see, my partner has a lot more, but that's all right. If one of us gets a drop, we are splitting it 50-50. Unfortunately, no drop this time, but a beautiful average loot over close to 800k. All right, well, this is number 4 coming up. This is incredible. What do we get here? No purple color, but it looks like we get a dark relic. All right, it's similar to the effigy in the other RuneScape, but you can only use it once. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use it on fishing. I don't fish on this account. I fish on my Iron Man. So yeah, we'll take that. All right, bless us with a drop for our 5th raid. Thank you very much. Here we go. We got number 5 coming in, and we have now hit 40,000 points overall with 0 deaths yet again. We are getting better, and the time is at 44 minutes. We can certainly improve on that, but we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. There we have an 850k reward. That is not bad at all. All right, another task being completed. Together we'll fall. Isn't that the truth? Vanguards. Ooh, what a room that is. Not one of my favorites, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Another loot coming up. This is number 6, and it looks like some more weeds. Okay, well, we are getting a little bit more experienced. I also am not the biggest fan of Ice Demons since I don't bring fire spells, but it's just another room that you can sit there. So, yeah, not every room is hard. That's just so awesome. All right, we have a solid 34,000 points. It's about 6,000 shy of my best so far. So let's turn that smite on, and let's see the first purple of the video. It's no collection log, but what do we get? The Dexterous Prayer Scroll. All right, that's not too bad. I already had this, and I have the Arcane and Dragon Claws in my collection logs, so this is just one of the very few items I do have unlocked, but it's a solid 7.7 mil split, so we'll take it. Look at me safe spotting these shamans, huh? I mean, this is what it's all about, making your life easier until it gets harder. Then you run, you know what I mean? But either way, we're back at home. Number 8, can we get that back-to-back? No, we cannot. Little saltpeter and a little bit of emeralds. All right, well, I think we're going to call it for duos here. Let's do trios. We've had one item as a duo. Let's do a trio, see if we can get any luck. We're going to recruit our UIM friend, so, you know, hopefully he doesn't get a drop, you know what I mean? Now, he'll split either way if a drop is seen, but so far nothing is seen. We got Adamant Ore and Grimy Toadflax. You know, I just wish that was a T-bow. That would be nice. And, you know, as a matter of fact, it actually turns out that it was a twisted bow. Ladies and gentlemen, a twisted bow has been obtained. 3-man split. I guess that's what happens when you're so new to raid. You don't even get to see the drops. You don't even have them turned on. You know what I mean? We had to turn the friends chat on to see it. But yes, Dr. Lulu, the second main in this raid, did receive a twisted bow. And we have gotten a 3-man split of 558 mil. Keep in mind, there were 2 deaths during that raid. So that just proves that anything is possible, and when you try out new things, which you guys have been begging me to do for years now, it can be so rewarding. I am just so thrilled. That is why I'm uploading this video at 2 a.m. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have a thumbnail for this video. I don't care. I just want you guys to see this. I want someone who out there has not done challenge mode raids. I want them to try this out. I've been the one for years to avoid these things, and just look at the return on my small investment of time. It's just insane, guys. This is one of the most memorable days of my life. There wasn't a live reaction to the T-bow because, again, I didn't know we got it. We were actually in voice chat and no one had a reaction. So that whole time, I didn't know what was going on. And then I clicked the chat box and there it was. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know the next time that'll happen, but this is a moment that I will not forget for a very long time to come. And yeah, 550, it's just so much money, you know. I haven't made this amount of GP in so long, since like Desert Treasure 2 came out. Man, I can't believe I got a little emotional there. But yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to my teammates, Dr. Lulu, for being patient with my my mistakes in the very beginning, and also Egg, you know, EGG, thank you for attending the trio. These guys are much more experienced than I am, and they were very patient with me, so thank you. It goes a very long way. If you're out there and you're a great PVMer and you have patience and you help out your fellow player who may not know as much but wants to know as much as you, then good on you. You know what I mean? That's what this game is all about. Community, baby. That is what it's all about. You know what else it's about? The color purple. That's exactly right. We got a new collection log. We got a new drop, an ancestral robe top. 153 million reasons to be smiling right now. This is just absolutely insane. Well, I mean, what a video. What a 2 days it's been. I am stunned right now. I love raids. I love challenge mode. It's not even that challenging, and it's so rewarding. My heart rate's just going. It's going, ladies and gentlemen. I need a bowl full of Cheerios right now. But either way, that's our collection log. It's standing at a great point. That was a 50 mil split across the board. Pretty easy number to remember. 150 mil for 3 people. If you're curious as to why we split split the UIM. He does have a max main with all of the GP to cover splits. So, you know, I would do the same thing if I was here on my Iron Man. If I got a T-bow, I'd have to pay out the T-bow to my teammates as their split. It's just the right thing to do. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've completed a full day of challenge mode Chambers of XXzoticx. We did loot from 20 in this video, and the next one will be loot from 100 if you guys want it. Here's the overall price check. 625 mil. Let's take out that house teleport. And just in normal drops, we'll go ahead and see that. 8 mil from that. So overall, you know, it was decent money an hour without drops. But yeah, 8 mil in normal drops, 617 mil in splits. Today, guys, I tried something new, and it paid off, and it was so much easier than I anticipated. So big thank you to my partners. Big thank you to my clan chat. And with all of that being said, a big thank you to you guys for watching today. Let this be a lesson that you never know how something is going to go until you try it. And I'm so glad I tried out challenge mode Chambers today. How many times have I said that this video, huh? Probably too many. Well, guys, that's it for now. If you want to support the channel further, feel free to download Opera GX in the description below. It's 100% free, and it really does help me. A big thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special late night shout out to DeceptionZ and xXzoticx. Guys, I'll see you soon with another one. Till then, Mr. No Sleep, out.